Howdy, everyone. Matt here. Do you think a representative can express whatever beliefs that they have as long as they do good for the, let's say, medical world? Let's talk about it. All right, everyone. First and foremost, let me introduce myself. My name is Matt. I am Matt the PT, coming at you with another video on another topic of something in the physical therapy world. And this one came from a comment that was put online and has sparked a big debate, so to say. And I want to get your thoughts, opinions, and beliefs on it as well. So I first saw this tweet, or whatever it is, from X or Twitter, whatever again it's called, and it is right here. And it is from Congressman Greg Murphy, who is a physician. He is a surgeon and urologist from North Carolina. He's been there, been serving since about 2015 from what I understand. And in the tweet, as you can read, it says, "So troublesome to see so many young doctors complaining about how hard the job is. Your job is about taking care of patients. It's called dedication. It's called devotion. If you wanted an easy life, you should have chosen something else." And this has come with a lot of comments under it. So not only from other physicians, but also nurses and, of course, physical therapists, because we are healthcare providers too. We are in that healthcare world. And I can understand that he may have meant it one way, but it seems to be taken a completely different way. And I want to talk about kind of two aspects of it. Now, the first one, again, is his comments. Those comments that he put out, he published out to the world. And for me, my opinion is that this is something that is pretty tone deaf. That it's somebody who has been separated from clinical practice, who's not been working with people, with patients, seeing what providers have to go through during their day, and just making an assumption of saying, "Oh, well, I've been out of it. You're saying all this stuff." Well, no. That's just what you do. You just go and treat patients, and that's it. In all honesty, which many people have said, and I will say this too, treating patients is the best part. That is what we got into it for. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. And that's pretty sure that's what you love about it. I love treating patients. I love interacting and seeing people get better and talking with them and doing that. But the problem is, and what makes our jobs hard, which many of you have expressed this on the pages that have spoken about this. And I'm pretty sure, like many of you, it's not the actual patient care. It's those other things, like, for example, insurance companies. So how many people like dealing with an insurance company on trying to get paid and all the red tape and bureaucracy that you have to go through to get paid? What about all the paperwork that you got to fill out for, like, pre-authorization or to get more visits, and only to have somebody call you at some random time? They call you at 5:03 when you've closed and walked out the door, and they say, "Oh, no, nobody's there, so we're going to deny it because we couldn't talk to anybody." Or that they start lowering the reimbursement rate. They start cutting all of that. Or, the unrealistic productivity standards that many people are, required, or, they have to do all the time. It's those things that make the job hard, because heck, treating patients, again, is the best part. It's the most fun part. It's the most rewarding things, but we don't like those other things. And when we see people like this, who is somebody who is in the healthcare world, saying those things, it doesn't help us whatsoever, because it makes all those people who are working on the front lines treating patients just like, oh my gosh, I have to deal with all these patients, and so again, then that carries over to other people who are not healthcare workers. When they hear your PT, a nurse, a physician, or whomever start to say, "Oh my gosh, my job's so hard. Like, well, why did you get into it? Why don't you just go do this or do that?" Again, it's not a very, very good look. And if you think that comment was absolutely wild, hit that thumbs up button. Back to the video. There is a second part to this that I want to talk about, because this was shared by a much larger page, Physiogram. Thank you so much, Physiogram, for sharing that out there. And they shared it and got many, many comments up under it, again, from other therapists, other people in the physical therapy world or rehab world, who expressed many of those same things that I mentioned before. Like, no, it's not the actual patient care that's the problem. It's all the other stuff. And I made a comment on there. And I'll read the comment and I will share it right here as well. It said, everyone should give his office a call and let him know their feelings about this. I feel that that is perfectly acceptable. Now, I am not saying to be mean or rude or to call and scream and yell and tell this person all these bad. No, because that is not how things are done. That's not going to change anything. It's having a civil discussion with this person. And so to call and say, hello, my name is, whatever. I am a physical therapist. I'm a nurse. I'm an occupational therapist, a physician, or what have you. And to say, I saw Representative Murphy's tweet and I found that is not very appropriate. That is not that it shows that it's not the patient care that's the problem that we have an issue with. It's the other stuff. And that I would really ask that he clarifies that he understands that he takes time to listen, which is something very, very important for any representative. Is your job is to listen to your constituents, listen to your voters on what their issues are. And that this is a key moment to say, wait a minute, what are those healthcare providers saying? Why are they saying that the job is hard? Now, under the comment came in somebody who has had an issue with me for quite a while. They are in that other association and they have had an issue with me for quite a while. I don't interact with them. I don't care. I don't want to give my time and effort because I am super busy, and to give them anything like that is again, not worth the time. And there's a thread under this that you can read. And this person says, didn't he help add the doc fix? And the one that their group pushed for. So what did you do to help? Well, I've done other stuff. You can watch my other videos about trying to help the profession. And looking in, Representative Murphy was a part of the doc fix. And from what I've read about the doc fix, it was that stop to the 3% Medicare cut that was coming up. So he put this forth with a whole list of other associations and state associations to stop that 3% cut. And so this person, from what I'm taking it, is saying, no. We can't criticize him. We cannot say anything bad about what he said. We have to praise and thank him because he did this thing for us, that he did it and that our association was leading the way. So we should all be very, very thankful. I again have an issue with that because looking at it, this representative pretty much just did their job. Isn't that their job? Hey, you're supposed to help us, especially as a medical professional in there. You're supposed to help us. So you did your job. Okay. Should we give gold stars for doing what you're supposed to do? Of course, let me know your thoughts and opinions and beliefs and all that. And I could be totally wrong. You could totally say something else. So open to hearing that. But why are we thanking this person for doing this? Okay, cool, great. Yes, they did something that they were supposed to do. But what does that say about that comment over there as well? Again, is that comment more along the lines of how they feel? I mean, that's what it kind of looks like. Yes, this person did this thing, but what are they saying over here? This is your feelings coming out to say, oh, no. I stopped that thing. You should just be happy that we did this. So this seems to be another kind of weird aspect of this. Yes, two things can be true at one time. This person did something that was good for us, stopped to cut. But at the same time, they can make a comment that's very, again, tone deaf that we don't like. That both of them can exist. Ultimately, I just want to come out and just talk about this, get your feelings and beliefs and opinions about this. Now, again, I don't want anyone to go and just badmouth this congressman, this representative, this physician. I really do believe it is a great moment to talk to someone, is to talk, to say, hey, I understand that you made this tweet. And as a healthcare provider, I want to talk to you about the why. And I would hope Congressman Murphy says, okay, you know what? I need to sit and I need to listen to you. I need to listen to those young doctors. And why are you saying your job is hard? Is there things I could do? Is there things that I could help, with my, fellow representatives to do? Because he did put out a statement after the doc fix, and there were many physicians that were commenting that wanted to stop it as well. So there are those physicians there that do understand that those cuts to Medicare are going to hurt us as healthcare providers. That I do find it is a great opportunity to sit and talk, not yell, not scream at somebody to say that they're wrong. Because again, think about it. If somebody comes and tells you that you're doing something wrong and screaming at your face, how likely are you to change? But if someone sat and say, hey, I felt like this was not very good. That this was, again, tone deaf. I didn't appreciate it. And I wish you were on our side. And I wish you would come to us and talk to us about the struggles and the issues. And when you put things out there like that comment that you did, it doesn't help us. It doesn't help us in the future. It doesn't help those people coming up. It doesn't make their lives any easier because you have a representative just saying, you're just a bunch of whiny people. You should just do something else. And well, I will say, unfortunately, putting out things like that, when you push people out of it, yeah, you're going to have a lot of people leave the profession and you won't have anyone doing it. And likewise, for the other person who has the big issue with me and the big issue with that, okay, we're all entitled to our opinions. I hope your association well. I hope they all accomplish all the goals, but okay. It is what it is. With all that being said, what are your opinions about this? Do you believe, again, is something pretty tone deaf? Do you think this is a great opportunity to sit and talk and to say, hey, doc, let's get a few things straight. I want you to understand the struggles and stuff that we are dealing with. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button and please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far, and it doesn't cost you a copay. And until next time, take care of yourself. Take care of your patients. I'll see you then.